Something is going not right, I think. In theme of wanting to make the most of what I already got, since that is the most sustainable thing and also the most cheap, I want to do a little upcycling project. And perhaps if you have followed me for longer, you might recognize this dress, because a video of me making it exists on this channel. But there are quite a few imperfections that infuriate me so much that I'm not wearing it at all. The hemming of the dress is kinda shitty. The sleeves are kind of, well, I'm just not convinced on the sleeves. Yeah. And the gathering on the last tier is kinda lacking. Probably due to the fact that I used too little amount of fabric. In hindsight, I should have used more, like a bigger width, to make it actually gather in that tier. That might not be fixed in the video, so forget that last one. Anyway, I hope my sewing skills have improved since making this. If not, what is the point of me sewing? If not for a little improvement in my skills. So yeah, I'm going to give this dress a little makeover using this as an inspiration. You will need a dress, seam ripper, scissors, elastic you got from your mom's stash, a sewing machine, the remaining fabric from when you last sewed the dress, fabric dye, and last, dye fixative to make the color last longer. And don't forget the needle and thread. To get the project started, get the dress and take the top apart. Okay, so far I pressed the seam and top stitched it, and I finished 2 of the straps by just pulling them inside out. I only need to do the other one inside out, press it and top stitch it, but my fingers hurt, so I decided not to. Anyway, so the next step would be to use the elastic that I got and sew it in rows around my body. The way I think I will do this is just take it one step at a time, measure this part. Oh, yes. So the way I'm going to do this is just measure it a piece of elastic around the place that I'm going to sew first, cut it, and then sew it like together so that you already have like a circle, and then pin it in the place where I've sewn on my dress on the inside, and then stretch it and sew it. The row placements will be like I think 5 centimeters apart from each other. So like the first one 5 centimeter on the the hem. It's like around here, and then the other one here, the other one here. I want to go past the original waist. I don't know if it's a good idea. Could be like a horrible plan and it's gonna look horrible. Duh. But we will see then, and I can always take it apart. But I think I would prefer if the waist goes down a little bit lower, because I moved everything up. Yeah. So that is for now. I hope that is explained well. There are obviously some things that might be a problem, but probably not. Like I have 2 darts from the original dress. I just left them there, and I think they will just disappear in the ruffles, I hope. And of course, like, it is gathered, and then gather it more might look very odd. But like I said, I will try it, and if I hate it, I will take that apart. Yeah. So let's get measuring. So the sewing portion is finished. It was a bit more troublesome than I anticipated, especially the last row, but also the first row was kind of something. I started sewing it, and then I had like a lot of elastic left, and then I did it over again, and then it turned out that I chosen too wide of an elastic, so I had to take it off and then cut it down and then sew it again, and then like the half of it, the thread was gone, so I had to redo the last half. And the last one was the most troublesome because, you know, like both sides there was too much fabric, so I couldn't really reach it, because it was like a lot more extra fabric, because the other ones were like the bodice, but the last one was just like the skirt, and the skirt was like gathered, which means there was like a lot of it. And then I went like very crooked, which looked weird. I still have basically no straight stitches left here. I'm just not very good at sewing straight or doing anything straight, really. Just can't do it. So like it is a little bit wonky, but I don't think I mind it so much. Like I think it gives character. I did redo the last elastic that I sewed. I did take out one part because it gave like a really weird bulk of fabric right around this side of my stomach, which just didn't look right. But I did it, and to be honest, like I intended to finish it yesterday evening, but I didn't. Like I gave up because it just didn't go right, and I thought like this might be a failed project. But when I put it on this morning, it wasn't so bad, except for that one bit, but I redid that, so it's fine. It's fine now. And now we're going to do what I anticipated was the most scary and most difficult part. Well, not difficult, but most scary part is dyeing it. Which obviously I'm not going to do in this outfit, because I'm notorious for getting stuff on me, like whatever I do. If I'm baking, I'm covered in flour. If I'm painting, I'm covered in paint, so it's not a good idea to have like a outfit that I don't want to mess up whilst dyeing another outfit. So I'm gonna change into something else. Perhaps I'm doing it tomorrow, because it is Easter Sunday, although I am alone, so it's not really special, but it's a Sunday, so I might like just relaxed like I did the sewing this morning, so I might like do the scary bit tomorrow. Anyway, hopefully it's going to be a really cute color. Also might have to cut some thread off because there are still bits of thread, which I always do, which makes it look like very self-made, which it is, but it doesn't always have to look. Only thing sewing I have to do is like make sure that because now this part flaps over, but if I just do like a few stitches to the straps, it will stand up nicely, I think. I hope the thread is like right for the paint job, because it doesn't match the fabric now, but I hold it against the bottle and it seems like an okay fit for the dye job, but I don't know. But that's the only one way to find out, so let's start dyeing now. I used grit dye to dye my dress. They have a whole section on their site how to dye a product, so I won't do much explaining on what I do. You can just look on their site. But I will tell you this. They advise you to wear rubber gloves, and I would advise you to do the same. I planned on using gloves. I thought I had some laying around, but I didn't. So I used the plastic bag instead, but the plastic bag had holes and it didn't work at all. So I ended up with green fingers, and even though they say green fingers helps with taking care of plants, I don't think they mean the literal having green fingers part. But it isn't the worst thing in the world though. My fingers are not green anymore. But yeah, use rubber gloves. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's done. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I at least really love the end result. I just love it. The colour, I think, is so flattering on me. At least that's what I think. And the shape is as well. And I just really love it. I think I will wear it so much more than the other one that this used to be. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. It would really help a lot. And I will see you in my next video, which there will be, and I have another project up soon. Bye. So pretty. I feel pretty in it, which I think clothes should do. Make you feel pretty in you. In team of wanting to make the most dress. I'm not wearing it at all. Dress a little.